Hi, I'm standing at the Freak Alley Gallery. It's a street art gallery here in the capital of Idaho, Boise, Idaho, where they allow local artists to come and do murals all down this street and on the sides of these buildings. I only think of two things when I think of Idaho, and those two things are a blue field for Boise State and potatoes, of course. I did find out that you can do a potato tour or go down the potato trail and try 41 different types of potatoes. We're not doing that on this trip. We're here for some wine. So let's head on over to Telaya Winery and see what they're pouring for us today. Idaho, a land of untamed beauty, where rugged mountains meet pristine rivers. Even for someone like myself, accustomed to the awe-inspiring depths of the Grand Canyon, Idaho's landscapes have proven to be a revelation. Hell's Canyon is a chasm so deep it dwarfs the Grand Canyon and plunges 7,900 feet into the heart of the Snake River. It is a true testament to the raw power of nature. Venture further into Idaho and you'll find yourself immersed in the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness, a vast expanse of untamed wilderness larger than any other in the contiguous United States. It serves as a sanctuary for wildlife and a haven for those seeking solitude. And then there's Shoshone Falls, a spectacle of cascading water that rivals Niagara Falls in its sheer magnificence. Plunging 52 feet further than its famed Niagara counterpart, it's a mesmerizing display of nature's artistry. But Idaho's allure extends beyond its natural wonders. This is a land of abundance, where the fertile soil yields a bounty of crops, including the iconic Idaho potato, a staple enjoyed across the nation. And for those who appreciate the finer things in life, Idaho's burgeoning wine scene offers a delightful surprise.
Alrighty.
So what are we trying here?
2018 Turus. So Turus means journey in Irish Gaelic. Anytime we do a blend, we give it an Irish Gaelic name. Turus was the first thing we ever made, was 2008 Turus. It was kind of the beginning of our journey. We made 50 cases of it, and now, we made 460 of this, and I think 650 of the 2022.
Wow, so still a small production.
Yeah, we're at about 14,000 cases a year. So everything about this is Idaho fruits. It's mostly Syrah, and then they kind of figure out, what they want after that. So this one's going to be a little Petit Verdot, a little Malbec, Tempranillo, Sangiovese, and a little bit of Merlot in there too.
All right, I'm excited to try it.
I thought it was going to run out of gas while we were doing it.
Awesome. Thank you. So tell me what profiles and what do you get out of this?
And with the 2018, I get that first kind of on the bouquet. It kind of gives me a lot of that kind of herbaceous tobacco. I get a little bit of fruit on the end of it, but I don't get a totally amazing amount of fruits on the nose. As it starts to open up a little bit, I'm sure it'll open up as it came out of the core of it.
In the earlier discussion.
You get a little more of that. That's why I love these glasses too. It just gives us a little chance to get that air in a little faster.
Interestingly, the first thing as it opened up that kind of hit me was definitely the tobacco, and then some pepper, like a pepper, like a dark like chocolate, and then pepper.
Yeah.
And but the pepper was interestingly kind of the first to release, and now I'm getting more of the fruit, more of the black fruit, red fruit.
Yeah, and that pepper is not too green of a pepper.
No, it's more like a black pepper to the point. Yeah, definitely. And that's I noticed I was just keep looking at the kind of aging on this, and I noticed it's not really, garnety, it's not created, kind of that what I'll get to that baked jamminess age where it's starting to kind of reach its peak. It looks like this probably has some time still left to age on it.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing about a lot of our wines is, you know, you could have that 2008 Turus and it would be amazing.
Oh, wow.
I got to try, Earl pulled out 2011 one time.
Oh.
It was absolutely incredible.
Really?
I'll never ask him for 2008 or 2009 because I think there's one case left and it's in his house.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, it's a beautiful wine. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Of course.
My journey led me to Telaya Winery, nestled alongside the Boise River in Garden City. A quick aside, I must confess I learned a valuable lesson upon my arrival. It's pronounced Boise, not Boise, a testament to the importance of embracing local nuances. Telaya Winery, founded in 2008 by Earl and Carrie Sullivan, embodies the spirit of pursuing one's passions. Leaving behind successful careers, they embarked on a new journey driven by their shared love of wine. At the heart of Telaya's philosophy lies the belief that wine is both a journey and a meeting place. This is beautifully reflected in their flagship wine, Turus, the Gaelic word for journey. What truly sets Telaya apart is their commitment to sourcing grapes locally, showcasing the unique terroir of Idaho vineyards. In 2016, Telaya Winery embarked on a new chapter, establishing its current home along the scenic Boise River. This state-of-the-art facility, nestled amidst the natural beauty of Garden City, provides the perfect backdrop for their unwavering commitment to excellence. Telaya's success is deeply rooted in their 5 core values: family, accountability, integrity, compassion, and perseverance. These principles guide every aspect of their operation, fostering a culture where employees are valued and empowered. You see the venue here at Telaya Winery right behind me. This is a really awesome experience. We're in the urban area here in Garden City, which is right around Boise. The Snake River comes by here. This is a walking path, actually, biking path that people take by. You can just pop right in while taking a hike or a bike ride and have a nice flight of wine. The patio is absolutely fantastic. We tasted wine actually indoors, had a great experience. Right over here is the terroir food truck. They've actually become so popular, they now have a brick and mortar restaurant here in town. Really good experience. Hope you get to pop in and take a walk while you're here. Now, did you say where'd they get their winemaking experience? Is it just on the, educational on their own? Or?
Yeah, so Earl essentially started doing some apprenticeships in the kind of my area in Walla Walla, and then Carrie came on a little bit later, and they just kind of learned from each other and started going around and just talking to people and being apprentices and learning that way. And they kind of knew too that the fact that they're scientists, if something's wrong, acid-wise, pH or what, they can fix it. They know how to fix it. And so all they needed to learn was the actual process of it all. And, Earl's, the person that taught Earl was a person that used, all French oak and used the same kind of older world style of doing it. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of our big things are old world inspired, Idaho crafted. Mm-hmm. So we take local stuff and we treat it as if we're an old world winery and then see what happens.
Yes.
So these are some of the new barrels that came in Gamba.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, we got some of the new stuff. What we're doing, we've just finished some bottling. I don't think we're going to be doing any other bottling after this for a little bit. What we do now some bottling and some custom crush stuff for other clients. But now we're just kind of in this weird middle part where we're just kind of waiting for harvest to happen.
Right, and then you're going to start filling them. Now, so they're all the same kind of French oak too? They're all Burgundy?
Yes, yeah. So we're, don't know what those are back there.
Medium Toast Plus.
But they don't actually, I like how Gamba puts the wrapping and has all the stuff on it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Guys, just wrap it up. And I'm like, how am I supposed to tell what you're going with?
Yeah.
But we've gone and put all these
Yeah. So I mean, most of them are going to be, medium toast doesn't say that in 3 years.
Yeah, but then it's all Allier. So all of them at the same time.
A good amount Allier. I know Earl probably has a couple that are a little different.
He must have got that from Rombauer, I take it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go.
Yeah. We, because these cost us a good amount, we try and use as much as possible.
Crap ton.
These are probably just from other places, or we're doing some stuff for.
See the black metal? I was just curious. Oh, so they do change it up, so that's finesse. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the gamba we just use for Syrah.
Okay.
So all of our Syrah goes into gamba. Because that's what we're looking for. We're looking to bring out some of those more savory flavors. Idaho Syrah tends to be, a little more on the earthy side and just a tiny bit lighter. But I want to show you guys the big gamba barrel.
Awesome. Barrel room 1.
Coming in, that'll scare you. Yeah.
There's the big boy.
That's our big guy.
Yeah.
There's only about 3 hours in the year that this isn't filled with wine. They take it out, start the bottle, and put the next stuff in.
So is this white or?
This is all Syrah.
Oh, it's all Syrah.
So
Okay. Wow.
It's 100% Syrah all the time. So these are our little cards we got. So this is actually sawtooth Syrah.
Okay. Very cool.
So this thing has been here for a long time, and it'll last for a long time. We got a really good deal on it.
Yeah, it'll last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see some of these, like, I think the oldest one we ever saw, we were in, what's the fairy tale people?
What's that?
That tell the fairy tales back in the day. What's the fairy tale people? The Brothers Grimm, like way back.
Yeah.
And they actually have a winery in Napa.
Oh, yeah.
And like literally, like from back in those days, they still have the same barrel sitting
Really?
there. Yeah, and they've actually carved into the barrel their fables.
Oh.
It's
super cool.
Yeah, it's like one of the coolest tours
I
I've
mean,
done.
you definitely gotta if you're gonna go for it, you gotta go for it.
Yeah. So here at Telaya, and actually I'm in Idaho, but one of my favorite wines here actually comes from just over the border in Washington State at Red Mountain. Red Mountain's famous for its Cabernet Sauvignon, and that's what's in this glass, Cabernet Sauvignon. And the attention and care on this wine is evident. On the nose, you get that traditional, noticeable espresso chocolate. Get that dark fruit. It just smells wonderful in the nose. Get a little bit of rose petal there as well. Let's give this a taste. Oh yeah, and chocolate espresso bean comes through perfectly. It's got the tannins that are not too large, probably in the medium range on tannins. This is a beautiful, well cared for wine. Just finished the wine tasting here at Telaya Winery. A great experience. It's a beautiful venue just off the Snake River right here. There's a walking and biking area. You can just pull right in and have a wine flight while you're taking a walk along the river. Pretty special. Anyway, I really enjoyed the Turus wine. It's actually a wine they do every year. It's based off of Syrah, grown in the region, and then they blend it with the other grapes that are very well, I guess, harvested that year. Whatever grapes are the best of that year, they mix with the Syrah. The Cabernet Sauvignon was fantastic. It's from one of my favorite places, from Red Mountain, right over the border in Washington State. I hope you get here sometime. If you do, say hi to Jared for me. He was awesome. Walked us through all the wines today and was really knowledgeable. He's got a long family history in the wine industry. I'm gonna say so long from now, from Idaho, and I hope someday I get to see you on the wine trail.
It's a cowboy song. It's a cowboy